Today we're in Psalm 13. I don't know if you've heard the expression that sometimes the problem with us when we're struggling, particularly when we're feeling a little bit negative and down, is that we are listening to ourselves too much when instead we should give ourselves a good talking to. I think this is what's happening to the psalmist here. Listen to how he begins. First verse of Psalm 13. How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? So if we know and love God and the God of the Bible, we know that's ridiculous. We know that God doesn't ignore his people and reject them. He continues along this similar vein in the next couple of verses, and he really feels that God is so distant and removed from him. And yet, towards the end of the psalm, and it's just a very short psalm, it's just verses 5 and 6, he makes this huge transition and change, it seems, I think, in my opinion, of where he goes from, instead of expressing how he feels, he's given himself a good talking to rather than a listening to his feelings. And he's talking to himself of truths about God. He begins verse 5 like this. But, almost, I need to stop that. I need to stop going down that negative path of just telling myself that what is true, what is real about God is how I feel. Because that's not the case. But instead he says, but I trust in your unfailing love. That's more like it, isn't it? My heart rejoices in your salvation. And look how he moves on rapidly, because his very last verse, verse 6, he's then saying this, I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me. What a change, what a rapid change, what a journey he's been on from verse 1 to verse 6. All I believe because he stopped listening to his feelings and instead started talking to himself about truths about God that were real. Now, sometimes we do have to have that time to just express those heartfelt emotions. But let's make sure we don't end there, because trusting our emotions and our feelings is never a good place. We need to trust truth, and truth about God. That's the place we need to be in. That is where we'll find real hope and real help.